Well, hello there. This is Cindy from the New Moon Tarot. I'm a practicing witch and a tarot card reader. And I've had a few questions, people asking me about casting love spells. So I thought I would go over a really basic candle magic spell and, well, just give you a few pointers. So the very first thing you need is a candle. And as you can see, this is nothing special. This is a tea light from Walmart or maybe the dollar store. I like to take my own candles and then dress them up. Now, how do I dress them up? Well, an easy way to do that is to use a ritual oil. Right here, I have Sacred Goddess oil from the Witch's Moon, and I have an attraction oil from the Art of the Root. Both of those have crystals in them. There are herbs associated with, love and romance and all of those things. And I will anoint the candle with it before I light it on fire. Okay, now you can also do a little color magic. An easy way to do this and cheap, cost effective, is using some red glitter that is associated with passion. You can sprinkle a little of this on top of your candle and kind of add an extra layer of correspondence. What do I mean by correspondence? As many little charges of magic that you can add to a candle are important. So you can add red for love. You can add those ritual oils, which will give you another little burst of power. You can add these like jasmine flowers or passion flowers that I have here. There are any number of herbs that will work for love magic. You can add those to your candle as well, just for an extra little boost of power. I also like to work with symbols, so I have some washi tape that has X's and O's, again, like kisses and hugs, and I will wrap the base of my candle with those before I start off. I usually put everything on like a pretty plate that I use for magic. I also like to work with love magic on Fridays because it is associated with Aphrodite or Venus. Venus rules Fridays, and it's an excellent time to do a love spell. You can also add in some crystals to surround your candle and add a little extra boost of power. Rose quartz is, for me, it's more tender love. It can mean self love and self respect, but it can also just mean that friendship sort of love. I like to add it to any sort of love spell that I might do in order just to, give it that tenderness. It shouldn't all be a passion, in my opinion. I also have some carnelian and I have some fire agate. Both of those are associated with romance and creativity. I also like to use heart-shaped crystals, and that's just another way to kind of weave in some symbology with those. The Shiva Lingam stone right here is also associated with passion and the Kundalini energy, which is excellent to bring to a spell. I also have this really juicy piece of red garnet that I love working love magic on. It's root chakra. It's very potent, in my opinion. It brings in like a safety for what you're doing, that kind of safe connection to someone. You feel like you can tell them anything, those sort of things. And I literally add clear quartz to just about every spell I do, simply because it is a great amplifier. Um, you can add it to something and it will just amplify any energy that you've put into it. Those are also extremely programmable, by the way, just letting you know. All right. I like to add tarot cards to the mix. I will put them either underneath the plate that I'm working with or just next to it, just to add that energy. The Lovers and the Two of Cups are the most common for what people do for a romance spell. Now, let's say that you are wanting to get back together with someone. You might choose maybe the Ten of Cups that shows a happy family. Like if you have children with this person, if you were divorced from this person, you're in separation, that kind of thing. It really just depends on what you're trying to call in. If you're trying to call in a first love or, a new love, Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, just take a heavy look at any of the cups. They all hold emotion. They're all, a lot of them have some romance involved in them. Um, the reason I use these is because there is just so much power in these. They're used throughout the world. Um, People put a lot of time and energy into doing readings. I feel it's a powerful signal that you can add to a spell, and it's pretty easy to do as well. It's just, again, another layer of correspondence that you can add to what you're doing. I also love to use incense, and this is my favorite. It's red rose incense. This is not a plug, by the way. I just think it smells really good. It has a very perfumey sort of smell to it. And I have it on hand anyway since I work with Aphrodite. She is my matron goddess right now. Um, so on Fridays, I like to light some red rose incense, and I have her candle all set up in there. I light it with her candle, and that's what I do, a couple of hours. I give her an incense tribute along with some other gifts, that kind of thing. But those are really good things to add to a love spell. You can add some incense whenever you're, doing your spell while you're burning your candle. Now, I'm going to get questions about, so should I ask for a specific person? And, uh, oh, hold on. Before we get into that, you can also write a petition. You just need a piece of paper, and I like to use a color of ink that is associated with love and romance. That could be pink, that could be red. When you're writing a petition, you can add that in there in those colors. Just add an extra layer of correspondence, like I was saying earlier. Now, should you ask for a specific person? Well, that depends on what sort of tradition that you follow. If you're in a Wiccan path, they would say that, you know what, you should ask just for a type of person. That's where like the Two of Cups and the Lovers might come into mind. Or if you have a specific type of person you were trying to get a hold of. What do I mean by that? Like you want someone romantic like the Knight of Cups, or you would like a business person like the King of Pentacles, someone who has maybe some more wealth or, just more settled. Maybe you want someone who is a healer, someone who is, wears his heart on his sleeve. That would be the King of Cups. Maybe you want someone who's passionate and romantic and, magnetic, like the Queen of Wands. You can sort of specify what you would like archetype. If you want to use the tarot to do that, you can, do an archetype of the person. If you're following a Wiccan path, if you're following a hoodoo path, there's actually a come to me oil that you can use, just like I'm using, the attraction oil over here, which is a hoodoo product. And it's a general attraction. It attracts abundance, it attracts romance. It's just a general pulling in something that you want kind of oil. They would use, people who practice hoodoo, they would focus on a specific person that they want to pull in. And I'm not going to tell you to do one way or another way, or one way is better than the other. I'm not a gatekeeper when it comes to magic in any way, shape, or form. I've been performing magic since I was about 14, probably longer than I want to admit. So I have seen different approaches. All of them work. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the shell. Shells are also excellent for romance and for love magic. Sometimes if you just want to like light a candle and add it to a shell, that's a really simple spell. It evokes feelings and emotions. What I do when I write a petition to kind of cover my bases, I say for the highest good of everyone involved, what I'm doing. I don't want to pull someone into a relationship that they don't necessarily want to be in. That is simply my approach. I'm not telling you that that needs to be your approach or that's the only approach that works, because it isn't. There are many, many magical paths to follow. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be starting to do more of these magical videos, so please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have any questions or, tell me what you do for love magic. I'd love to hear. And please like and subscribe. All right, thank you. Blessed be.